Good morning, good morning. Good old morning. I bet I'm live. Hello everybody, good morning and stuff. I should just quit, man. How am I not live yet? I got booted off. Hello, I bet I'm live or something, or this thing hates me. It's past the squatcho yuns. And I'm live. I is live. So, probably nobody cares that today is going to be my first attempt of going back to church in like a billion years. I don't know if anybody saw my previous video where Pastor Ned Flanders was explaining how we need to kill Muslims. But, okay, so God wants me to be gentle or something because Jesus said, don't call people a fool. There's some really stupid people out there, dude. Like, anybody who watches my stuff, like, do you even know what the word satire means? Like, I'm pretty dumb, guys. Like, really, really dumb. I have, like, no short-term memory whatsoever. I cannot do math, like, at all, guys. Like, I'm book smart, that I retain a lot of miscellaneous facts in my head. But if you guys couldn't understand the satirical parody, if you guys don't even know what that word means, satirical parody, I really don't know how to help you. Like, this is why I can't talk to, like, foreigners or, like, people who are really old or really young. Because, like, I can't really stop and explain myself, like, what a satirical parody means. If you don't know what that means, like, I don't think you guys understand. Like, you guys think you're really smart because you know how to operate a remote control in a phone or something. There's some stupid people nowadays, guys. Like, like I said, I don't have any short-term memory. I can't do math. But if you can't tell that what I do is a satirical parody in my last video, if you don't even know what those two words mean, satirical parody, it's like, no wonder why this country's going to shit. No wonder why there's so many fucking retards. I don't want to cuss around here because I'm about to try to go to church for the first time in like well over 10 years. I'm old. I'm middle-aged now. Last time I tried to go to church, I was a young man. I was like strappingly good-looking, dude. No one cares. But, I don't know if anyone was watching my last video, how I was like being a pastor and praying for the Muslims. It's called a satirical parody. People are like, I'm going to report you. People are like, I'm recording. If you want to, guys, I grew up this shit, evangelical Protestantism. I am at war with evangelical Protestants. Like, if you're an evangelical Protestant, and you don't mean to be, and you're open-minded for debate and rational discussion, like, oh yeah, you're cool as fuck. I don't hate you. I hate the religion. We don't believe in religion. We believe in a relationship with Jesus. Shut the fuck up, dude. God, it's stupid. No one cares, but I was born in the satanic panic of the 1980s and 90s when it was like ultra conservative, evangelical, mainly Pentecostal Christians versus like the rock stars of the 80s, right? The rock stars were trying to represent free speech. The evangelical Protestants were representing like censorship, okay? That's not why I'm mad at them. My experience with evangelical Protestantism, Andrew, we're talking about evangelical Protestants. My experience with that cult is so caustic. It's so ignoramus. It's so stupid. Hi, Andrew. I can't almost begin to relay to you how fucking stupid that is. If you guys watch my last live video where I'm Pastor Ned Flanders and I'm praying for the destruction of Muslims, if you can understand that parody, that satirical parody, boss, thank you for asking. Satire means like, okay, I'm ugly, right? So let's say, I'm the most handsome guy in the world. I get all the chicks, guys. I'm well dressed. I have a luxury big lifted truck. It's a lie. I'm joking around. That's satirical. Satire is when you are imitating or acting like something that you're not to make fun of it. Satire means you're joking. A parody means when you're mimicking something. So satirical parody, that would mean that you're imitating something, but you're making fun of it. So, I utterly hate evangelical Protestantism. I have a right to do that. I was born that shit. I could have been, if I was a douchebag, I could have been like a real pastor, gone to CBU, California Baptist University. It's the easiest job in the world, being a fucking pastor, dude. That's why I call myself a pastor. It's a fucking joke. Evangelical Protestantism is a sick joke. Now, I would have to really, so I got spine problems. I would have to really make a whole like 1 or 2 hour video to show you guys by going down the rabbit hole, by professionally explaining, by getting other videos, not me just talking. I'm annoying. How evangelical Protestantism is a fucking cancer to this great country called the United States of America. It's a liability to our freedom and our safety. It's a fucking atheist factory. And you can explain to them with fucking sock puppets, with sign language, that their cult is not even about 500 years old. And the original church that Jesus Christ established. If you don't believe Jesus existed, okay, I'm going to respect your belief and say, Saul of Tarsus, St. Paul, okay? St. Paul obviously really did exist, guys. That's why there's Christian churches everywhere, guys. Nobody argues that St. Paul existed, okay? Nobody argues that Alexander the Great or Attila the Hun, right? Or, you know, Charles Darwin or whatever. That's an antiquity, but you know what I mean. Nobody disputes those guys existed. St. Paul existed. The religion that St. Paul established is Protestants. We don't believe in a religion. We believe in a relationship with Jesus. Shut the fuck up, dude. No, you do not have a fucking relationship with Jesus. Almost nobody in this day and age has any relationship with Jesus. That's why people are atheists, because you don't see fucking miracles anymore. It's fucking retarded, dude. They're so fucking retarded, dude. Unreasonably fucking stupid. And the original church is somewhere between Eastern or Oriental, like not Chinese. I mean, there's Orthodoxy, Coptic. This is Coptic Orthodoxy, Eastern Orthodoxy, and then Roman Catholicism. And if you're really a big nerd like me, the original church lies somewhere between Eastern Orthodoxy and traditional Latin Mass Catholicism. Maybe nobody cares, okay? This is why you should care, guys. Because there's this thing in our country, and the Western world, in your country too, called Christianity, okay? It's a pretty dominant demographic of people, right? Then you have different sects of Christianity, right? Catholic, Orthodox, Protestant, blah, blah, Lutheran, Baptist, Calvinist, Presbyterian, blah, 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 right? Well, in Protestantism, the majority, especially in America, is called Evangelical Protestantism. Your gas prices are so high. I look like I have a disability. I probably have high functioning autism, guys. I probably really do. Just I have a lot of cousins on my mom's side that have autism. So congratulations. Like you just picked on a retard. You might feel like a big man. Good for you. You're getting me on a tangent. I probably have high functioning autism. Yeah, I know, right? Alcohol since birth. You have a cool name. I'm a metalhead, so I'm naturally drunk all the time. Even though I drank 2 beers yesterday. I'm a natural belligerent drunk because of heavy metal, guys. And yeah, I know. I do. I look like I have Down syndrome. I don't think you guys are getting a lot of chicks either. So you got me all distracted. Another indicator that I have high functioning autism, autistic people, they get really good at like 1 or 2 things. I probably have Asperger's up the ass. And I think what got me to act half normal is my mom beating my ass. She beat the retardism out of me, but I'm still naturally retarded, right? Thanks, Mom. No satire. Getting your ass kicked is good for you. This generation doesn't know anything about that. I'm really good at like martial arts and axe throwing and shit like that. Nobody cares. But yeah, so I probably do have Down's syndrome or high functioning autism. So congratulations. I bet you're politically correct. Yeah, no, it's funny. It's sad, Mr. Alcohol since birth. It's sad, dude. Like, I'm all big and fucking strong and shit, like a fucking like retard strength, you know? Like it's got it, like I don't look, I mean, like I don't seem like, okay, I do look retarded, but I'm not retarded enough to get the mercy of society to leave me alone. So people are like, you know, they don't like me. Like, oh, fuck, what's wrong with that guy? I'm fucking retarded, asshole. You know? I have a right to be retarded. Everybody has a right to be outspoken. Censoring free speech is cowardice. Because don't you want people to be honest? Don't you want people not to hide who they really are? So if you owe them an ass beating or they're not an ally, they're an enemy, you know right off the bat. Free speech is beautiful. Free speech is the most important thing in this world, comparable to the blood of Christ. And if you're not a Christian, this is say hypothetically. But you guys, please stay tuned. You don't have to be Christian for this to be important, guys. Because Christianity is a big thing. And the paradigm, the system of this thing called Christianity, you don't have to believe in a God. I'm telling you, there's a thing called Evangelical Protestantism. And Jim boy, how long I've been a homosexual for? I'm a what's that called? A homicidal dominant homosexual. See, like, if there's no such thing as law and order, and I saw you in real life, I would toy with you like a killer whale does its prey, and I would inflict all that homicidal homosexual inclinations upon you, and there'd be nothing. Yeah, you guys know me too well. Like, chicks are cool. Chicks are really good for love and cuddleness. But what would really get me off is torturing people who deserve it. Men. Torturing other men that like Epstein fuckers. Like Epstein himself. See, the more you guys distract from the conversation with stupid shit. If you're it's like this, like Jesus said, if you hate him, you love death. You could dislike me, but if you dislike what I'm about, if you dislike the work I'm doing, you're saying that you're pro-child molester, because I'm anti that shit. You're saying that you're anti-constitution, you're anti-freedom. Like, you're a fucking living waste of space. So, you're cool as fuck, alcohol for life. Really, it's just like, it's like really stupid. I'm doing a good service to mankind. I'm showing you guys how important the First Amendment is. I'm not really good at what I do. I always say that. I don't have the best rhetoric. I do not have the best personality. Fuck no. I just have the fucking balls to do what needs to be done. I'm trying to educate you guys. You don't care. That means you want to go play video games, go jack off. You want to be some kind of incel doomer bitch. I'm trying to tell you the reason why gas prices are so... No, I don't support Trump, dude. Like, I don't know if you already know my channel or me or some shit. Yeah, look it. Libertarians are not Republicans. The Republicans try to copy libertarians with American flag shit, the Gadsden flag shit, the don't tread on me flag shit. The Republicans and their fucking kiss ass shit, kiss ass to authority and all that shit, dude. No, they're not libertarians. They can't even quote 3 things Ben Franklin said and shit, for example, okay? Now, look it. I admit, Donald Trump fooled me, and he fooled a lot of other libertarians that the tariffs were going to end all our national debt, bring the living costs down, that we're going to stop fucking with foreign wars, that we're going to start implementing the Constitution. The Holy Constitution, you don't have to believe in the Holy Bible, but if you don't believe in the Holy Constitution, you have a fucking problem, dude. Like, if you don't believe in the Constitution, then you don't believe in the right to defend your mother or your family or yourself with a weapon. You don't believe in the right to speak your mind. I'm not good at what I do. I'm not a likable person. I'm one of the only people with the balls to come out here. Thank you for Trump lied to us. There's a lot of libertarians that were trying to warn libertarians like me. Don't vote for that fucker. It's all broken. The Democrats and the Republicans are all Epstein child molesting pieces of shit that we pay a lot of taxes to so they can fuck kids, raise the fucking cost of living, lower our living standards. You guys don't go down the rabbit hole of this shit that Bill Gates wants us all dead, that the conspiracy theorists have been right all along, that 9/11 was an inside job? Or are you only on this shit to troll people and to try to message some chick in yoga pants baking cookies that you'll never fuck? Come on, guys. It's the time for joking is over, dude. We're at fucking war, man. Look how expensive everything is, and the food that we can't afford is giving us like diabetes and cancer and shit, guys. This is really fucking important. I don't need to do shit filmed by predators or whatever the fuck you say. I don't need to do a damn thing for you. So no, Trump obviously became an average fucking piece of shit aristocrat. You know? And I'm here to try to tell you guys, look, you could be atheist. I'm trying to warn you that within the Christian paradigm, because Christianity is a big thing, right? Most of the people in your country are probably say they're Christian. Evangelical Protestantism, they're what you call sycophants. They're going to be pro-MAGA no matter what. You cannot bring evidence to them. They're not going to listen. You could tell these evangelical MAGA Republican fucks up the ass. You can bring all sorts of evidence. You could show them mutilated kids in Gaza or abused kids in Epstein Island. They're going to turn a blind eye to it. And they're going to support Zionism. They're going to support the system. MAGA is, they say they're American, right? And you confuse me for them. No. Because they're going to say people like, if I was a popular channel, if I was a big influencer, they would either have me killed like Charlie Kirk, or, I'm not saying I agree with everything Charlie Kirk says. You guys think everything's one or the other, black and white. They're going to support Israel no matter what. And we are shamed. You're supposedly a Nazi. You're supposedly racist. If you iterate the fact that Netanyahu rules our world, if you guys saw my last live before this, it was about some other chick. She's gorgeous. She's showing the mutilated little girls and babies and shit from Trump bombing the Middle East. And the evangelical Protestants are saying that that's like a work of God. No matter what, they could try to deny it. They believe the Muslims are put on this earth as like a fucking opposition or a test of our faith, that they need to be like killed, and so that we can make room for the Jews, that basically you, me, us goys, that's what Jews call us, Christianity, America, is going to get some kind of lottery ticket blessing or only exists to wipe Israel's ass. And if you question this shit, you're supposedly a Nazi. It's a psyop. You know what a psyop is, right? This is engineered so that they can get away with it. Okay? I'm not saying Hitler was right, dude. Even if I was full white, I would never want to work for that guy, because that would be a horrible boss. Because he's so survival of the fittest that his own sergeants, his own captains were fighting so hard amongst each other to make rank and be first. And if you failed Hitler, he'd order you, go fucking kill yourself now, we're gonna hang you. Of course I wouldn't want to work for Hitler, even if I was evil and if I was fully white. Nobody would want a boss like that, dude. It's arguable. You guys are anti-religion. People like Joseph Stalin, horrible bosses to work for, like Mao Zedong, Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler, is because back then Darwinism, evolution, I'm not saying evolution doesn't exist, it's survival of the fittest. So they made that a business paradigm too. Stalin's generals were like basically they were killing so many of their own fucking soldiers to try to be first to conquer Berlin and this, that, and this. Yes, Big Mike or whatever your name is, free Palestine, dude. It's even bigger than that, man. Of course, Palestine belongs to everybody there, dude. Jews, Muslims, Christians, whatever, dude, visitors. All of a sudden, since 1948, we got to make room for Israel. It's a psyop. You guys, this guy named Jay Dyer, he's unlikable too, but he's more handsome, better looking ladies, and like more well-mannered. Please, I'm going to say this over and over so it echoes in your mind. Please look it up if you want to. Go down the rabbit hole of Jay Dyer on dispensationalism. I'm going to say it again. Jay Dyer on dispensationalism. Jay Dyer, like D-Y-E-R. Jay Dyer, dispensationalism. Jay Dyer, dispensationalism. My opinion on Western imperialism. I'll get to that, Big Mike. I'm basically addressing that. This whole doctrine, okay, you guys are spoon-fed. This is why you guys aren't Christian. Because the majority of Christians in our country are evangelical Protestants. Only 200 years ago, a dude named John Nelson Darby invented this stupid idea that there's going to be this literal 7 years of tribulation and all the evangelical Protestants, the King James only Bible guys, they're going to get magically levitated to Jesus, while the rest of us gets killed by the Muslims, and that Jesus is going to come back to save the Jews. The evangelical Protestants love sucking up to the Jews because they take a verse out of context that Tucker Carlson was talking about. Yahweh in the Bible told Abraham, I'll bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you. So the evangelicals are taught that they suck enough Jew dick, and if we only exist to wipe Israel's ass at the expense of killing all those Muslims or whatever they don't give a shit about, right? All the little girls that were burning alive from phosphate bombs. You guys, I implore you, if you give a shit about this, watch my last live. If you don't have time for that, look up Pastor Nacho the Squatcho on Instagram. It's the very last video I shared. Some really beautiful woman is talking about how we're committing war crimes over there, and basically dropping this shit that's like baking soda on the little girls, the kids, on the schools, that there's no way that's mutilating them. It's turning them into fucking like malignant looking fucking, it'll burn you to death. It'll burn you alive. They got holes all over their body and shit. And evangelical Protestants are going to turn a blind eye to that because they're going to conjecture that, oh, it's the wrath of God for the heathen Muslims for rejecting Christ and killing Christians. No, you're making them kill Christians because you're pissing them off. Oh, Iran's got a nuclear bomb. No, they don't. They have nuclear energy for like to make street lights and shit. And if we keep pissing them off, they're going to nuke us. And a lot of people smarter than me are explaining how a lot of our own politicians, they're willing to take that risk or they'll benefit somehow from it. Like they benefited from 9/11 because it fooled everybody from getting involved in their oil war. And then they made the Patriot Act after 9/11, which is basically a further encroachment on your Fourth Amendment right. Basically what I'm saying is MAGA and the Republicans, right? Yeah, okay, Democrat, Republican. The Democrats want to take your guns and censor free speech in the name of like, oh, you're a bigot, you're hate speech, oh, you're gonna mass shooters, right? The Republicans want to censor people like me for hate speech and take away all our guns so that we can't overthrow the government to bring down because the American forefathers wrote in the Constitution that you should always be allowed to speak your mind and have a gun with you in case the government, MAGA, whatever, Epstein Island fuckers, when they get jiggy with it and they start fucking your rights and making life impossible and they start fucking being assholes, that we, the people, could go up to the White House and be like, hey, stop your fucking shit, you stupid bitch, and fix it. But you guys don't know this shit because either you're uninterested or because this information isn't relayed to you. I'm not good at my job. I'm trying. Everybody, dude, back in the day was doing what I'm trying to do. It's very healthy to always question your authority. I'll get to comments and questions real quick. My whole plight here is the religion. Oh, it's not a religion. We have a relationship with Jesus. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. You don't fast. You don't pray. You don't care about freeing Palestine, stuff like that. You don't care about the Epstein list, dude. And you have a relationship with Jesus because of faith alone, because you're lucky enough to have been born in a region where you have the King James Bible. It's fucking stupid. It's a fucking fallacy. I was raised talking to these idiots that made me even more stupid looking, okay? They're a detriment to our fucking culture, dude. They're the majority, too. And they will push for you to be censored, like Karens. They will push to take away your constitutional rights in the name of like, oh, you're a terrorist, or oh, you're anti-Zionist and that means you're a Nazi. They conflate stupid shit, just like you. Some of you guys are falsely conflating, putting me in the same category as MAGA. No. Republicans try to steal libertarian imagery, like the Gadsden flag, the Don't Tread on Me flag. They want to be cool like us. They want to think they believe in the Constitution. Fuck no, they don't. You can't reason with these fuckers. You don't have to be Christian, but it's just in the Christianese world, right? Like, you don't have to, like, Star Trek nerds. We don't go to Star Trek conventions, but amongst themselves, then they're being goobers and arguing about their story, right? Christians are the majority in your country, right? Evangelicals are the majority, and you could bring them evidence. The Catholic and Orthodox Church want to free Palestine, dude. The Catholic and Orthodox Church doesn't condone killing these fuckers, even though Muslims, when they do end up killing Christians, it's usually fucking Orthodox, because there's mainly the only Christians usually in their region that live there, not visiting, are Orthodox. And the Orthodox will tell you, we're not about fucking killing these kids, dude. We're not about serving Netanyahu and Trump's agenda, man. If you bring up to the evangelicals historic evidence that their religion, we don't have a religion, we have a relationship with Jesus. See, you can't reason with them. Okay, your cult, your belief system, your whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's at oldest 500 years. Orthodoxy and Roman Catholicism, guess what? Guess how old it is? So it's like 2026, right? It's 2026 years old. Or if you subtract, Jesus lived 33 years and St. Paul was doing his thing when Jesus would have been maybe 35 years old or 40. So whatever 2026 minus about 40 years is how old Orthodoxy and traditional Latin Mass is. I understand, oh, the Vatican's corrupt. Yeah, so is America. We're still Americans. A lot of Catholics are like, yeah, we know the Vatican's really corrupt. There's child molesters there too. But our leaders in America, they're fucking partying on Epstein Island, playing with kids and shit, right? We're still American. They're still Catholic. They understand. There's nothing we could do without going up there and using our Second Amendment rights, dude, to change shit altogether. There's not enough people. If I try to fix it, I'm going to die alone. Then you'll hear on the news I was some kind of terrorist. They won't tell my side of the story. You get what I mean? The forefathers of America through the Constitution was trying to band us all together in times like these. They knew they were going to come. They always come. History repeats. And these evangelical Protestants, you could try to bring them evidence how Orthodoxy and Catholicism is the real Christian paradigm. You don't have to believe in Christianity. They're just gonna, they're gonna override it with their stubborn, sycophantic ways. Be like, oh, we need to save Israel. Oh, we need to sweep fucking Palestine clean. Let Israel genocide everything. Oh, like what about the high gas prices, the high living costs in the USA over fucking with Iran? Oh, that's suffering for Christ. They won't suffer for Christ by helping the homeless or opening their church property for vagrants and people who need to sleep and find a job and shit. They won't suffer for Christ by fasting and praying for the little girls being burned alive by Trump's fucking drones, by Netanyahu's missiles. But paying higher gas prices and trying to buy a decent steak is like 35 bucks at your grocery store now. A burger and fry combo is like 20 bucks if you're lucky. And minimum wage is only like $16.90 in California. That's suffering for Jesus to them, guys. And you can't reason with evangelical Protestants Not only are they too stupid, but when you bring evidence to it, they're all la 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 la, faith alone. Oh, I'm speaking in tongues. I'm trying to bring my whole war. It's not necessary. I'm not really warring against the Jews. I'm not even necessarily warring against the fucking chomos that we should fucking kill for Jesus. Jesus says if you fuck with a kid in the wrong way like that, it'd be better for you. It'd be better for that person if a big stone was tied around their neck and they were thrown in the ocean. It means like God doesn't even want to look at you. Like when you come judgment day, you're fucking fucked. And it's been proven that our aristocracy, our leaders, I gotta go to church soon. This is my first day of going back to church like in 15 years. And it's not Protestant. Our leaders have been proven that they do rituals that go back to ancient times, like skull and bones, masonship. And for some reason, aristocracy, dude, I don't know if you guys know history. The simple peasant, the simple farmer, they had a wife. She probably had a unibrow. She probably didn't shave her legs. They had 1 billion kids. For some reason, aristocracy, most of it, not all, they always like to fuck with kids. It makes no sense. Caligula, Muhammad even. Muhammad had a 9-year-old wife, dude. How fucking gross. In my brain, I can't really imagine that's going on. What I'm doing my part to be mad at is the people who are not caring about this, the people who are not going to do what the American forefathers said that we need to do. I have a problem with them. And on the equal plane, because I grew up with it and I understand how stupid and toxic it is, evangelical Protestantism. I don't necessarily hate the people if they don't know any better. I hate the fucking religion. It's not a religion. We have a relationship with Jesus. Shut the fuck up. You see how you cannot reason with these people. And then when you bring them evidence and throw it in their face, they just double down. Now I hate you. Those kind of evangelical Protestants that know that they're practicing a lie, but they like it better, and they just want to keep believing that worthless paradigm. Now you have my hate. Now that you know better, and you don't want to change, yeah, now you have my hate. So my whole spiel, like in my brain, I can't eat, dude. I say this over and over, guys. You know what tried to get redacted from the Epstein files? It didn't. It was still in there. Jeffrey Epstein caught one of the kids trapped on Epstein Island praying to Jesus for help. So he told the next client who was going to fuck the kid to dress up like Jesus. How fucking evil is that? And if you're going to troll me and waste my time, know that you're being antagonistic to somebody who's trying to bring awareness that somebody needs to go fucking kill those people. I have a First Amendment right. It's not murder. Murder and killing are two different things. I have a First Amendment right to talk about killing people, talk about killing for Jesus, shitting on fucking Jews, and shitting on evangelical Protestants. For now. And the more you guys troll a person like me, the more you guys make it like I'm a person of interest, like a nefarious person. You're basically, I'm not saying I'm a prophet or a special. You're basically hindering the work of God, dude. How merciful God is on your stupidity for not just zapping you dead. Killing those chomos and freeing Palestine. I want to help, of course. I'm only one person. What I'm trying to do is bring awareness, at least to that nobody's doing nothing about it. And evangelical Protestantism is a cancer upon the Western world. That's my whole fucking plight. I'm not good at what I do. I don't have good rhetoric. I better get my tablet out of the sun. I don't have a likable personality. I'm just somebody that's trying to do their fucking part, guys. Everybody should be trying to do what the fuck I'm doing, dude. If you give a fuck about those kids, if you care about justice, if you care about paying too much to fucking live in the Western world. So all you guys talking shit, I don't give a fuck, dude. I look retarded, I look stupid. I'm not fucking MAGA, dude. And I'm trying to do a good service, bro. I got some annoying shit on my channel. You don't have to like the music I like. I'm just giving myself a free workout playlist that's commercial free when I go exercising. I have a lot of miscellaneous shit here, like heavy metal stuff, my pet cat. Showing off that I have the best spinning back kick in the world, except for AJ Van Baker. You guys, please support AJ Van Baker. I want him to get popular so he could beat up Joe Rogan, because Joe Rogan isn't doing what I'm doing. He's not bringing this to the forefront of your guys' knowledge. He's sitting on the fence. I don't like that. I don't like that shit. He has a lot more power to do something and he doesn't. That's only what I'm here for. Like, in my mind, I can't really believe someone really wants to fuck kids. In my mind, I can't really believe that, like, in my mind, I'm like, we're really killing little girls in Gaza for fucking Netanyahu. What I got enough energy and, like, experience with is try to tell you guys that we're not doing anything about it, that we don't deserve freedom, like the American forefathers said, that we're being bitches for not caring about this shit. We just want to live for entertainment and get through our day, Netflix and chill or some shit, right? And as a person who was raised evangelical Protestant, I'm trying to get you to hate that shit as much as me. It's a liability to our Western world. I'm going to read some comments and I got to go, okay? So remember, if you're fucking with me, dude, you're basically pro-child molester. Manuel Rodriguez is laughing. Xavier, you're wasting everybody's time. Why don't you go suck Joe Rogan's dick, Manuel? Thank you, Fox Fury. You have a really cool name. Andrew, Jesus loves you too. So, Big Mike, about Western imperialism. I'm not pro-Hitler. I just told you guys that. Hitler didn't want moneylenders, Zionists, and shit like that to run his country. So what happened was, I'm not a political expert, it's common sense. England and France had so many different countries, like Australia and other countries, that they were ruling the world. England and France, back in the early last 20th century, they were the empire, right? England and France have always kissed each other's ass. Watch the movie Braveheart, right? Then America broke off. It started having an empire. There's nothing they could do about that. Russia was kind of a joke. They had a lot of people. You don't want to mess with them, but they were very underdeveloped back then, right? Japan was starting to have an empire. Everybody was doing imperialism back by World War I, World War II area. Japan's taking over all these people, killing people, raping people in the Pacific. Nothing we could do about that, really. America wants those territories in the Pacific, right? So rumor has it, like we allowed 9/11 to happen to get everybody into the war. They allowed Pearl Harbor to happen. That's a different subject. But here came Germany, hard-working ass Germany. This is before Hitler, like in World War I. Germany came along and they wanted to have an empire too. But guess what, guys? They didn't want these Zionists ruling their fucking country, dude. With national debt and all this stuff that's out of my realm to really explain. So, when Germany was starting to come up, England and France looked at each other and like, we better squash this shit. We better get America to come with us and lie to everybody saying like, oh, this is, you know, By the time Hitler came along, yeah, it's about racism, and Germany was very desperate, dude. You gotta understand how pissed off. You gotta give Germany some slack, guys. When Hitler came on the scene, everybody's for their own people. Everybody's to preserve their own people. After World War I, Germany became so poor that people had to whore their daughters off to fucking eat. So when Hitler came along with nothing to fucking lose, like me, I want to kill these fucking chomos, and I hate evangelical Protestantism. So the smart people, they're like, fuck yeah, dude, this guy has balls. He has nothing to lose. Of course, in desperate times, desperate measures. So don't think Germany's so bad. For everybody's after, no one hates Malcolm X for being about his own people. No one pays attention to how many people Mao Zedong killed. But we're taught to hate this one person so much. And if you question Zionism, then you're a Nazi and you're a fascist too. So about Western imperialism, boss, there's something about the petrodollar, okay? I don't understand how fucking with Iran will increase the petrodollar. It's gonna fuck it up. Netanyahu is obviously making Trump do his dirty work because he'll tell the world what Trump and all his friends are doing on Epstein Island. It's obvious, right? To put it short. All that stuff is kind of out of my realm to explain. I could recommend better channels, and I do. I'm about to right now. I got to get going, guys. My whole thing is I'm trying to bring awareness that nobody cares enough about this problem, and I hate evangelical Protestantism, which is a sister helper of Zionism. So off the top of my head, guys, the best news sources out there is Black Scout Survival. I'm going to say that over and over. Black Scout Survival, Black Scout Survival, Black Scout Survival. Jesse on Fire, Jesse on Fire, Jesse on Fire, Jesse on Fire. Scott Ritter and Colonel Douglas McGregor and Professor Jiang. Scott Ritter, Colonel Douglas McGregor, Professor Jiang, and other honorable mentions as Combat Veteran Reacts, the show Redacted, fuck Fox News, fuck CNN. If you guys want to know what's going on in the world, do not fucking watch the news on regular TV. And Jay Dyer. Most of Jay Dyer's content is religious, okay? So I know a lot of you aren't religious. You're going to scroll and see, oh, I'm not interested. What the... Look up Jay Dyer's videos on like conspiracy theories and what's going on in the world, esoteric Hollywood, all that shit, okay? I'm going to repeat it. Jay Dyer, Redacted, Combat Veteran Reacts. I'm usually chewing his strike gum. I got to buy some more. Colonel Douglas McGregor, Scott Ritter, Professor Jiang. See, I am retarded. Jesse on Fire. And I love them all. Jesse on Fire is so badass. Black Scout Survival, dude. He's so badass, dude. I just like how fucking pissed off and bold he is. And Jesse on Fire, too. He's got that righteous indignation. These are some real men. I don't claim to be all like a real man, dude. I'm not an alpha. I'm a little sigma, dude. I'm an ogre. Me bombastically beating my chest and calling myself a real man, I have a cheat code. I'm just born really big, dude. So, like, that's why I look so... I have retard strength. I'm ugly. All right? I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to do my part. So, I really appreciate you guys. Manuel, where did I take history class? Dude, Manuel, I don't know if like maybe like you're really into the Dodgers or the fucking Raiders or fucking the band Manoodle or something, or tequila on fucking every Sunday or whatever. I'm really into history, dude. So that's it. I'm not good at this shit. I'm trying to relay you guys to better people who could explain this shit a lot better than me, that do this professionally. And my whole spiel, it'll take me like a 2-hour video. I know you guys don't have time for that. I'm here to lace you up with better channels and to tell you that nobody cares enough about to fix these problems. We're not doing our part that the American forefathers said. And I hate evangelical Protestantism. I'm trying to tell you guys hate God or don't care about Christianity. Even worse, if we lived in a Catholic country, Orthodox country, I'm not saying that you'd be on Jesus's jock right away. I just say that you would have more respect for religion, and you think the Bible is what the evangelicals say. It's not. I'm trying to tell you, evangelical Protestantism is one of our biggest enemies to fuck ourselves in our Western world, but mainly USA. Evangelical Protestantism makes all the liberals, the homosexuals, the fruity people, the people of alternative lifestyle, liberal beliefs, it makes them hate Jesus more. It hate Christians even more. Catholic and Orthodox, we have a lot of traditional values. You can't, like if you're a gay couple, you can't come to us and force us to marry you. But we don't sit there like bumping a Bible like, Yun's going to hell, Yun's is sodomites. We don't get like that until like our human nature comes out and you just attack us because you think we're MAGA and you think that we're evangelicals too. So a lot of Catholics and Orthodox are going to sound like MAGA and going to sound hateful because you just come at them like, fuck. Sometimes I get rude ass customer service at Starbucks and shit because they think I'm MAGA. You guys, I'm not a fashion statement, guys. This shirt is satirical. It says trust the government, and it's got a lot of dead Native American skulls. You get what I mean. This vest that I'm wearing, I'm heavy metal. It comes in handy. It holds my pocket knife. It holds my fucking phone. And it's got Jesus stuff on it. This is Catholic imagery. Saint Constantine the Great never killed pagans. He didn't hate homosexuals. All he did was legalize Christianity. I could argue because Christianity's legal, that's the only reason why if you ever had to file bankruptcy, you don't get enslaved and your wife and kids don't get sold into slavery and fucked by other dudes. Because of Christianity, I could argue if you had a problem on the side of a road and cell phones and AAA didn't exist, somebody will eventually stop and help you because they feel compelled because God said to go help people. I think it was Ben Franklin that said, if religion is so bad for mankind, imagine how bad mankind would be without it. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go to church. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for support. Remember, fuck my channel, Black Scout Survival, Jesse on Fire. Don't watch Fox. Don't watch fucking CNN. They're bought. Scott Ritter, Colonel Douglas McGregor, Professor Jiang. What I was saying, Miguel, is I want AJ Van Baker to whoop Joe Rogan's ass. Because Joe Rogan he knows what I know. He has a lot more influence than me, but he's not going to summon the fucking arms and tell people to get off their ass and water the tree of liberty with the blood of patriots and tyrants. And if you guys don't know where that saying comes from, I give up. Fuck. We're all fucking damned. Like, you guys know all this fiction shit. Maybe you guys know about 2 girls in 1 bucket, or the latest Botox Kim Kardashian shoved in her ass, or what Kobe Bryant's doing, or we can't wait to watch the next Sons of Anarchy, or the next time Ricky Martin is going to come out so you can blast your mariachi music till fucking 4 a.m. on a fucking Sunday morning and nobody wants to check you. Maybe you guys know all about that. Maybe you guys know all about the the latest baseball series score, or you live vicariously through guys on TV that play with balls and you wear their name on your jersey. Maybe you guys know all about that, but you don't know where the saying. I'm not trying to talk shit. It's just sad. I gotta stop and explain myself. I get fucked with for it. But you guys don't know the saying that it's time to water the tree of liberty with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Joe Rogan knows that saying. He don't tell you for some reason. AJ Van Baker probably doesn't know that saying because he's not even American. Please support AJ Van Baker so he can whoop Joe Rogan's midget ass. And I have a better spinning back kick than Joe Rogan, and I would beat Joe Rogan in a stand-up fight too. But I'm kind of cheating. I'm too big.